What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 100th edition of Worth a Watch with me, Tony Flores. Ladies and gentlemen, this is obviously something anticipated greatly by all people that are fans of Batman, film in general, Christopher Nolan fans, anybody who's anybody has anticipated this film for quite some time. And my mind is officially blown. But at the same time, I have never seen such a more content, awesome, epic film in just so long. Quite possibly since The Dark Knight I haven't seen an epic this brand, this just big in scale and just so awesome. I cannot wait to see this film again. I have the smile on my face. Aside from just talking about how happy I am just to have seen this film, I'm very blessed to have seen it early. Now we're going to get into the core of this film. Going off right off the top of my head, just literally an hour ago, as I'm filming this, saw this film as it settled for a while. I am just going to say this. The acting is top-notch from everyone involved here. Namely, of course, Christian Bale is Batman once again. Michael Caine was unfortunately not in this movie as much as I was hoping he would, because you gotta love Michael Caine as Alfred. Truly the perfect Alfred. And he was not in this film a lot, but anyways, for the time he's in here, he delivers some of the most emotionally gripping scenes I've seen on film in quite some time. And then, of course, you got Anne Hathaway. Catwoman, fuck yes. I gravitated to her. She is sexy, she is awesome, she is just what Catwoman should be, a very manipulative, unassuming type woman, but at the same time, she can kick the shit out of you if you cross her. And of course you got Bane. The biggest issue is, of course, the voice thing.
Just a little bit too like Darth Vader.
And it's just one of those things where I did not see the prologue when I heard that everything was just complete shit with his voice. But I will say this: whatever issues there were, fixed. I understood him perfectly. And let me just say, Tom Hardy, holy shit, this guy, fucking menacing as hell, crazy eyes, just Jesus Christ. This guy put so much tension in every scene he's in. I just him standing there can creep the fuck out of you. And I really think Tom Hardy brought his game on here. He has been great in Inception. He was great in Warrior. This is a possible defining role for him. Just so good, awesome. And of course you got Gary Oldman as Commissioner Gordon. It's Gary Oldman. It's fucking awesome. Then you got Morgan Freeman. Fucking awesome again. All these people. I'm going to focus more on, obviously Marianne Cotillard is definitely one of those mysterious type characters in this film. You know what character she is, but maybe not. I don't know. You have to see the movie to really find out. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character was surprisingly a lot more of a bigger role than I even thought he was going to have. And I think that's really great because his character is really fleshed out and really relevant to the movie in terms of just he's part of this just as much as anyone else is. And I think that's really great and excellent that what Christopher Nolan put him there for a reason. Joseph Gordon-Levitt shines once again. So aside from the acting, the story as well is really solid. Much like the previous Batman films, they are movies set in this world that Christopher Nolan has created, and it just happens to have Batman and the various villains in it. There is just so much more to this film than you may think, and I really think Christopher Nolan really went out of his way to make this a very satisfying, more than satisfying, just very good film. I can't really express how happy I am with this movie. It is just so intense, dramatically filled with just such emotion, and I will be pissed if this movie doesn't get some sort of Oscar nomination. Anything. I really think the score from Hans Zimmer, oh my god, man, that gets you pumped every time one of the action scenes is going down, or when a sad situation happens in the film. It definitely makes you feel more of the weight of the emotions that are being put out there in the situations that go on in this movie. And of course you got some, cameos, and I'm going to say this, I won't spoil it too much, but Cillian Murphy does return as a Scarecrow, just saying, but his little role that he's got is pretty fun to watch. I just have to say, the story is so well done. It is so much more than what any of us probably could think what this movie would be about. It looks like it's just going to be all about Bane and all about this. It is a lot more than that, and I'm really happy that Christopher Nolan really surprised me and possibly you all as well who are going to check this out or already checked it out and are just mind blown as well. I have no words other than praise. I really think there's a few little minute details that are kind of like especially when it comes to hardcore fanboys. It'll bitch about, wait, that story didn't happen for real in the comics. Who gives a fuck about that at this point? Just the main words I would have to say. Just the final thoughts. This whole movie did come full circle. Holy shit, I just didn't expect a lot of things. I was surprised. I was happy with the way characters went. The ending, of course, can be depicted on how you want to look at it. It's kind of like Inception in a way to me. I looked at the ending as just... Some people may or may not say it could be a cop-out. I don't know. That's for y'all to find out and for y'all to discuss in the comments if you wish. But anyways, guys, aside from just blabbing on about how amazing this film is, I gotta say, Christopher Nolan he just put out another masterpiece of Batman film here. The first film is great. The second film is just as fucking awesome. And this film is truly a satisfying ending. It is bittersweet. It is emotionally gripping. It's intense. It's action-packed. All people involved in this film did such an awesome job. And I'm glad I actually was one of the people that did say, "In Nolan we trust." And also see this in IMAX. See it in IMAX. Dude, thank you guys. It's been an awesome ride for myself. Going on 100 episodes. It's fucking insane. And I really just gotta say, I'm very happy to keep doing this. This is one of my passions. Film, I didn't go to film school, but I do have an art degree. And I really gotta say, I appreciate it just as much as any film student would. Film is an art, and I see that art, whether it be through the storytelling and the writing to the visuals that are put on screen. And Christopher Nolan, one hell of a filmmaker. He did not disappoint. And everyone involved, as I said, fucking amazing. I was so content and happy with this film. And for those of you with expectations to say be better than Dark Knight, throw those out the window, because I think you will be just as happy whether it's quote-unquote better than that movie or not. I judge them individually. And as a whole, they make sense. They're solid films. Just see this film for what it's worth with an open mind and enjoy this awesome movie that Christopher Nolan has directed here. And for the final question that people will probably have, is this better than the fucking Avengers movie? Kind of. Yeah. I don't know if it'll make more money than the Avengers, but I will say this. It is technically on many levels better. But in the long run, I really gotta say, there are two completely different films. And in a way, I kind of say, I can see how you can judge it, but I can't. Overall, I just am a bigger Batman fan than an Avengers fan. So that is why I say this movie is better. It's up to you. Anyways, guys, I have had a blast reviewing this film. I have just blabbered on a lot already, so I'm just going to say this. I hope to continue for even more episodes, 100 episodes more, whatever. I really just hope to keep up this passion in my life. And I will keep collecting Blu-rays. I'll keep doing this and that. I will do my best to put out better content, improve myself, better editing, and all that good stuff. But for the most part, I do all these unscripted, and I just have fun with this, and I just enjoy myself as I watch the films and talk about whether they could be whatever they are in the end to me. And that's that. I thought this movie was awesome, beyond awesome, and so that is my final thoughts. That is my overview of all these past 100 episodes that I've done. And The Dark Knight Rises. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Click that button right above my head. So until next time, guys, I'm Flores with Worth a Watch. And for the 100th time, give or take, I'm not exactly sure, keep going to the movies.